Welcome back, traders. So I have been on the hunt, and check this out. What do we have right here? A shiny. Oh yeah, that's right, I finally got one. So the story, we're gonna go and look at all my shinies. We're gonna talk about some of the Pokemon that I've recently caught, and I backed out, and you can do that. Look, do you see that? Just so I can make sure. And I was feeling risky. I seen somebody else do it on YouTube, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it too. Back out, and it works. So still a shiny. So perfect, found my shiny Luvdisc. We're gonna go over all of my shinies and just discuss what's going on with my game and the Pokemon that I have and what do I want to power up and things like that. So my friend picked me up, and then we seen just a couple of them just hanging out. He's like, oh, let's get the Stardust, because the Stardust grind right now is real, like insanely real. You can get a ton of Stardust if you go out there and just catch Luvdisc after Luvdisc with the star piece on. It's no joke. I'm almost at 3 million. I mean, we were grinding pretty good, but if I spent a literal full day without editing or doing anything specifically to YouTube or anything, and just spent it grinding, I would be like 3.5 million maybe. So it's really nice. Get out there and catch some of these shiny or some of these Luvdisc. If you find a shiny, that's just extra. To be honest with you, I wasn't even looking for a shiny. So there you have it, 209 seen, 140 caught. So I did catch one more, or I did encounter one more and then leave right after that. So there is that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the game and see what we have going on, shall we? I also want you guys to check out this crazy glitch I did with Metagross. It's the typical click on the gym defender Pokemon, and they click on your buddy, and then you'll have double. But look at this Cyclops Metagross. It looks like it evolved into a Ultra Metagross Cyclops of Death. So anyways, let's go ahead and check out Pokemon Go now and see what we have. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out. I've been debating whether or not I want to invest my rare candies in my Metagross so I can, max it out. But then again, I'm thinking maybe I should just wait for it to snow. Let's see here. Here are my shinies. I have 10 now. Bingo bango. This Shuppet, I go plussed it. Yes, I go plus this Shuppet. I was going in the gym battle, and I was picking my Pokemon, and I went to recent, and it was right there. I was like, huh. I immediately knew I go plussed it, so that's cool. This one, we all know, this is from day one. This was my 4th Aeron catch, and it was a shiny. That was so good. These two Pikachus are from that event. They should have Surf. Yep, there you go. And Absol from shiny Absol from the raid, pretty amazing. Took my breath away, literally. I was frozen. This was the first time I was playing this game where something actually impressed me so much that I didn't know what to do, and I was still for like 30 seconds. It was amazing. It felt good because I knew how rare this was, and I wanted this so bad, specifically because of the color. I really like that color a lot. All right, really neat. This was a Shuppet that I found while I was grinding, and it turned out to be shiny, low CP, low IV, and then I evolved it just for kicks so I can have it. It worked out perfect because I go plus another one, and now I have both of them. So, hey. Let me think. When did I find this one? Oh, this was at my house. Yeah, no, this was actually at my house, and then I evolved it right away. I made a video about that immediately. And then we have this one. I hatched a Pichu from an egg the day I caught my first Mewtwo, and you know how I record all my egg hatches? Well, you know how it goes. Of course, the one egg that I did not record was, in fact, the shiny Pichu. It was back-to-back Pichus. One shiny, one was not. Of course, I wasn't recording, and I was feeling all happy about my Mewtwo. I was like, I don't need to record no 2K egg. And then, boom, shiny popped out. I was like, yeah, go figure. All right, so, and then my first shiny was a Magikarp during the event. I really put in work for this one. A lot of the other ones kind of just came to me. But this one right here, I worked for it. Like, I was grinding and grinding. We had about 12 hours left of the event. It was like 3:30 in the morning, and I was at it for a good 20 hours. and I finally found it, and it was a decent CP. I think I powered this up one time, one power up. Other than that, I have refused to power it up. I do believe it does have, I think, max attack, to be honest with you, or it's like 14 attack or something like that. So at least it has that going for it. Other than that, the IVs aren't great, but nonetheless, it's still good. Actually, I've used it, and it's I could take out Blissies. I mean, so yeah. When people say IVs don't really matter, it's true to a degree. I mean, you don't have to get so picky because, like I've said here, let me show you something here. Let's go CP. You remember how I used to take out level 10 gyms, all stacked with Blissey? With Knight. Knight was one of my main supporters of all these gym battles back in the day. When there was a really hard gym, Knight would be on the team because, I mean, it was one of my strongest Pokemon, and it helped me work through all of them. Alright, so this thing is sitting at like a 68%? Something like that. Really, yeah, pretty low. It was my first one. Look at when I caught it. I was level 26. Yeah, level 26. It was downtown Anchorage, you know. Well, I was going to say back when people crowded around with something rare spawn. But we're here. We are almost 2 years later. And they're actually, people are still crowding around when there is a rare spawn. So this game is, when people say, oh, the game is dead. Oh, please. The game is not dead. This game has so much longevity. They just don't know how it works. They either don't have a phone or data. Because how can you say something? That's like saying, I don't know. I don't want to compare anything, but I don't know. You know what I mean. The game's not dead. It's far from it. All right. So with that said, check out Metagross where it lands. It's so beautiful. Doesn't it look so nice right there? I'm just so happy I have this thing. Now, this is what I'm thinking about. I have 34. It's going to take 108, including the ones that I have. Okay. So it's going to take about, I'm going to need to transfer about 75 candies, 70, maybe like 80-ish or so to actually completely max this out. So like I said, I'm going to maybe wait for it to snow and see if I can get some more candies, Beldum candies, because we have other legendaries, Latios, and Deoxys. I want to save my rare candies. I want to stack them up as much as I can because here, let me just run through this, okay? You know how I'm one of the top people to power up the legendary right when they come out. When they first started coming out, oh, I was all over it. But it's slowed down a little bit, and it's getting a little bit rough to stack up the rare candies like it used to be. So let's just take a look. First of all, let me go to my Mewtwo's. You see them all right there, basically. All those Pokemon. All these have invested rare candies. So 200 and, was it 225 to max them out, or 230 or 55 candies for that one, 255 for this one, 230 for this one, 200 and some. So that there's almost 1,000 right there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 800, over 800. And then if we go into, I mean, all the other legendaries, not the Slackings, but or the Reptars, or the Tyrannitars, or the Dragonites, but every legendary you see on here has invested rare candies and has been maxed out. So you can put all the numbers together here. Well over 2,000 rare candies. So I want to hold on to what I have right now and wait for something else. If I had like a here, let's go check out my Rayquazas, because I know that's the only thing right now people want to see maxed out. Well, not really. They want to see the Metagross and Salamence, and then Rayquaza, of course. My best one is this one right here. It's a 93. It's 13 attack. Oh, it goes up by number. So it's 13 attack, 14 defense, 15 stamina. So it's not horrible by any means. It's actually very good. But we're looking at a Pokemon with, what is its main focus? It doesn't have defense, right? Doesn't have stamina, right? Its thing is attack. So I just need its attack to be the best it could possibly be if I'm going to invest at this point. So when I say the best it can be, I'm basically thinking a 15 or a 14. And how much more difference does that make in battle? It makes basically no difference whatsoever. Almost no difference. So what's the obsession? Then, you know, if you're going to invest all those rare candies that take so much time, I think I want the best that I can get. I even though it's not going to make much difference. If I don't find a better one, of course I'm going to go with this one. And I have to give it a cool name as well. So we'll get into that one in the future, because I know everybody wants to see this maxed out, but at the same time, gotta wait for those other legendaries, guys. There's gonna be so many coming down the road. Alright, so with that said, let's go ahead and look at where I'm at here with the other Gen 3 Pokemon. This one I hatched, as you can see, yesterday I did an egg hatching video, and actually hatched one of these out of a 10K, not bad. I do believe that was it right there. Oh, no, it's this one, 91. I think. Let me see. Oh, yep, there we go. Egg hatch. Alright, so pretty cool. That will probably be the one that I go for when I do get enough candies. I need to go start hunting them because they're actually all over my city. I've just been hunting other things, and I've seen other people on YouTube making the power-up videos for them already, so I'm just kind of like, alright, they did those, and I'm going to do these, so I'll eventually get Salamence. Pretty cool Pokemon. Not to mention it has Draco Meteor, which is really neat. I wish Rayquaza can learn that, but at the same time, Outrage is still the better dragon move because it does 110 per attack. Draco Meteor, it was like 150, and that's okay. But think about it. Outrage for 110, Draco Meteor, a full bar that you have to wait for. If you're sitting there in battle, very tedious battle, and you need your charge bar now, and you have to wait for that to fully go up, or if you drop it in a gym, you have to wait for it to fully go up for it to even attack an enemy. And by the time it's going to get attacked, say I go in with a Cloyster. Here, let's move along here as I'm talking. Let's say I go in with a Cloyster, and I'm attacking that Salamence. It's going to go down before it even gets its Draco Meteor off. Do you see what I'm saying? So it is a good move if you're attacking, maybe. If there's like a fairy raid boss in the future, I mean. But even then, it's like comparing Dragonite with Outrage to Salamence with Draco Meteor, and Machamp with... Machamp with Blaziken. Blaziken has Focus Blast, right? And Machamp has Dynamic Punch, and everybody knows Dynamic Punch is still #1. So, there you go. I'm not trying to down talk on the Salamence or nothing, but Draco Meteor is not exactly the best. You are going to have a good, strong dragon move, and I could imagine in the wind it's going to be really devastating, but it's still not #1. If it did like 180 damage, that would be a different story. Alright, so anyways, there's my take on that. So as you can see, looking pretty good. I still want to use this in a gym battle. I know it's nothing like super great, but I still want to give it a shot. And Swellow as well. Somebody said, do the power of Swellow. Almost. I could almost do it. I mean, look at the CP on this thing. Looks cool, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to just dedicate the power of video for this quite yet. If anything, I'm going to do Metagross, the power of. I kind of actually already did. It just didn't really name it that. So there I am. That's what I'm looking like for these Gen 3 Pokemon. Looking good. A lot of Harayamas. I need to... If they don't have a star, that means I'm going to use them to take out a gym and then toss them because the IVs aren't great. And like I said, I know the IVs don't matter so much, but at the same time, you can't hold... I don't want to hoard all these Pokemon. You know, I might as well just keep the best IVs. For the Pokemon that are rare, and I can't find the best IV that I can, then, you know, that's different. It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Got this one right here. Yeah. I don't think it's too strong, but we'll have to test it out. So that's where I stand right now. Can I power this up one more time? Oh, it's into the 15s. Oh, funny story. Jim defended last night with this thing. I just got the notification because it's like, your Pokemon needs a treat. It's like, oh, somebody's trying to take out the gym. Went over there, fed it. My friend was the only one left in there with me, and we kept taking turns burying this. So whoever was taking that gym out last night, I have to give you massive props, because you literally sat there for an hour while we were golden berrying it, and you just kept on going. So whoever you are out there, give you props. That was good stuff. You kept it going. And I seen your Pokemon as I was coming home in the gym, and I just left you in there because I was like, you know what? You deserve to hang out in that gym for a little while. You earned that. That was some good stuff. All right, so there you have it. That's what's been going on with me and my take on the Salamence and its move, and my Metagross and the Should I Spend Rare Candies and the Rayquaza power-up. I really wish I could do that, everybody, but yeah, it's getting down to the wire, and the rare candies and all that stuff are not coming in as much as they used to. So we're just gonna hold off on that. But Metagross, what do I think about it so far, as to the gym battles and the Jinx raid? And I know I gave my opinion before, but what do I think now that I've used it a few more times? To be honest, somebody made a recommendation. They said that they wanted to, well, it's not really a recommendation, more of what they're gonna want to do with their Metagross is have both psychic moves, because typically everything that's being dropped in a gym is weak against fighting, right? And people that are not so experienced with this game might think, oh, it's a steel type, it's weak to fighting, or they're just running through with their fighting type Pokemon. All right, when they get to the Metagross, it's gonna have the psychic moves, and it's gonna be just monster on their fighting types, if they're just trucking it through with just all fighting types. But anyways, good recommendation. I like that. Dropping it in a gym with psychic moves would probably be a very good ideal set. But at the same time, what else is Metagross weak to that people can probably use? A lot of ground types, but every time a Pokemon is ground type, most of the time, basically just Golem and Rhydon. That the rock type as well. So the steel types are going to be super effective to that. So it all depends. I don't know. We'll have to see. So I love it. It's great. It can take hits. It can dish out the damage, and it looks amazing. It's fun to use, and I just can't say anything more. I mean, it's great. It's great. So with that said, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll be catching you on my next video. Look out for some more raids with new Gen 3 Pokemon. I'm going to try to do a few more unique battles. I know I just did the one with the poison. I want to do another one of those up against Asmorel. I want to do that again. That was so fun. I want to try to get a better time and see what I can do there. I still haven't done a Piloswine raid yet, so we need to get one of those in. With that said, I'll be catching you all later. Be safe out there, and take care, trainers.